How you doing, everybody? It's John Kabaska again from the Foxbody Den. I'm here with my two co-hosts. You already know them. This is the famous Ryan Jugdeo with that smirk. And he's representing that hat for who?
Lee. What up, Lee?
Lee, CCW Fox. And we've got Aldo Reynoso over there. Say what's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
So we're coming to you live on a is this a Tuesday night? Yeah, it's Tuesday night. So we're back 2 days now from the SN City show, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
SN show hosted by Jenn from Foxy Events. So we want to do a quick little recap of that, and then we'll get into some topics on the Foxbody Den today. So Ryan, Aldo, what'd you think of the show? Talk a little bit about the show, the drive down, all of that. Yeah, what'd you think?
I thought it was a pretty nice show. She put together a very nice show. It took us a good 14 hours to get there with, roadside assistance. We had a couple of mechanical failures. It took about 14 hours. It wasn't bad. 700 miles to the show.
Why don't you tell them about the roadside assistance event? What happened there in where were we in Virginia?
One of our co-hosts.
Yeah, three nice, beautiful Terminators drove down. I traded Ryan's Princess on my pickup there, his saline, centers off exhaust saline. And on the way there, we had a little issues with Mr. Nick with his back tires. He dropped the car the night before, and every 20 to 80 miles, the car just kept getting lower and lower and lower, and he started digging into the tire.
He did drop the car the night before.
He dropped it, yeah, the night before.
He lowered the car the night before.
Unless I'm lying, and that's wrong. John got to wear his mask.
Oh, no mask, no lying. I'll put it on if you lie. I'll put it on if you say something you shouldn't, or if you lie, it goes right on, man. So I got it here ready to go.
I'm gonna order a mask, but so Nick lowered his car maybe a day or two before.
The day before.
And then he put some 18 by 11 wheels on with brand new Continentals, and the Cross Bronx ate up the tires.
Yeah.
But he never rolled the quarters.
The quarters weren't rolled, right? So we kept stopping at all the gas stations, and he just kept losing more and more of that side. And it started out because it's funny because I think I'm partly at fault for that, because I picked up the Mystic Chrome Cobra from Carl's shop on Tuesday night, so 2 days before we left. And Nick was in there, and he was putting his wheels on it, right? The gold wheels. And I walked over, and I'm like, Nick, that car's sitting kind of fucking high. Like, it looks like a 4x4. And he just looked at me. He didn't say anything. And the next day, the day before we left, he wound up going to Vinny's shop, and I think he had Kyle or Matt put the low. Did he put lowering springs in? He put lowering springs, right?
H&R.
So he put H&R's, I think, Sport. What he said is the 159 spring. So whatever's 159 is low, like tuck low.
Yeah.
You never get that lucky though.
So, because he said when he put him in, when they dropped it on the ground at the shop, he's like, it wasn't that low, but every 30 miles or so, it kept getting lower.
40, it just kept getting lower. They were breaking in as we was driving down to North Carolina. It was just getting lower and lower and lower and lower.
Bro, there's I didn't tell you guys this, right? No shiesty. I was driving behind Nick in New Jersey out on 78. We're heading west, and he hit a dip, bro. And I swear to God, I saw a fucking shreds of tire just go just fly out. I'm going, oh fuck, we're never gonna make it.
Every time I hit a dip in the truck with the trailer in the back, I'm like, oh, Nick must have felt that one.
You knew Nick was getting it, right? Because you were leading with the truck and the trailer.
But he didn't make it there. He did make it back with the same tires.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, tell the listeners why he was able to get there and get back. What you talked about the emergency roadside assistance. Talk about the whole thing, the fiasco,
So at a
everything.
rest
Yeah, bro.
stop, we actually stopped at a rest stop, and we got to work like a pit stop. We put the
And
jacks, the wood, everything. We jacked up that car,
the
and
Fox
then
body, the Fox body dad said, you know,
Carl.
he did something wrong when he's rolling around with a rolling tool with him.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
rolling tool was in the trunk of the car.
yeah. So just so that our listeners understand, Carl, we call him the dad of the group because he constantly calls us out on our bullshit, and he's like, "See, I told you so," and we're all just like a bunch of big kids, and he just like yells at us. We went away for 3 days. Oh, every one of us here on this podcast probably got yelled at 4 or 5 times for stupid shit we've done or we're about to do. And then when we do it, he's like, "See, I told you." So he told Nick. To be fair, that night, he's like, "Nick, don't lower the car." When I was making fun of him at his shop, it's like, "Nick, don't lower the car. We're about to drive, 600 miles there, 600 miles back. Don't fuck with it." So, Nick didn't listen. We told the story already. Went there, fucking put the lowering springs in, and he knew. He's like, just in case this gets bad, he brought the fender, the rolling tool, and then we get there, and his tires are completely cut up, right? Because these were unrolled. And as soon as you take it out, that's when Carl said that. He's like, "Go ahead, what did he say?" Repeat it again.
You fucked up when you're rolling around with the tool.
When you brought the tool with you, right?
You the tool with you, you fucked up.
And
So
the tool was broken.
Yeah.
The tool didn't work.
The tool was stuck.
So
The
Nick
tool
was
was stuck.
So Nick was rolling around with a hammer, using the wood side and bending in the tire, the quarter.
I think everybody can use their imagination after that when we're talking about a hammer.
So
And then,
go ahead.
and then he used it as a mallet and just did it. from the
So
inside.
no heating it up, dry. He was rolling the wood handle to try to get it, but the problem was the handle wasn't thick enough,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So he couldn't really roll it. So we were sitting there for about an hour and a half on the side of the road, trying to pry it, and he just fucking took the tire off. He's like, "Fuck it," and he just started pop, 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 pop.
He did an amazing job, though. I'll tell you that.
He did.
To be fair, though, like you didn't see anything in the outside of the quarter, right? You didn't see any dents.
He didn't break the paint.
He broke the paint on the inside because you saw chips
Oh yeah, a little.
falling off on the ground, but nothing exposed.
But for being on the road, he did a great job.
Yeah, well, he got that bitch flat.
And then he actually enjoyed the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
He drove that car.
Yeah.
There's videos. You'll see him on the den. There's videos of us driving there. We had lots of fun there.
So
Red Cobra with the gold wheels.
The Red Cobra with the gold wheels. So we were maybe about 5 hours into our journey when we had to pull over,
Yeah.
and he did that. How long were we?
2 hours.
Was it 2 hours in?
Yeah, because it was 50 minutes when we hit the George, and then we met with you like an hour later.
I feel like
It was daylight when we did it, and we were already.
But when we pulled over in Jersey, when we waited for John, we were on the side of the road.
Yeah, but when he actually beat it with the hammer and fixed it was probably like 5 hours in, right?
Yeah,
5 hours in. Yeah,
it was like 8 o'clock.
He was beating up those tires, and he just came. And to be fair though, he had like a metalworker's hammer, right? Because he does heating and air conditioning, so it's like it's a hammer for tin work.
Yep.
So it wasn't a heavy, not like a big roofing hammer.
A carpenter's hammer. It wasn't like.
It wasn't a carpenter's hammer. It was a metalworker's hammer.
Ball peen hammer.
Yeah, ball peen hammer. Yeah, so he beat that fucker, and he actually got it down pretty flat without any damage.
He did a great job. I'm telling you.
Except for what Aldo did. You want to tell him what you did, Aldo?
Well, I was taking the jack and I just chipped the quarter with the. Sorry.
Sorry, Nick. You felt so bad. He gave the look. He was like.
At that point, I was like, "That's it. I'm not touching the car."
I was like, "That's it." Yeah, that's when he grabbed the hammer and started beating the shit out of it. Yeah, but we were there about 2 hours while he was working on that, so that added to the drive.
Yeah, the drive totaled 14 hours.
So So that Lawrence spring cost them like $1,400.
Between what the
The
wheel, the
the
tires.
tires are like 1,000,
Uh-huh.
and then the springs are like what, 350, $400.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just say $1,400. He could have bought coilovers.
Nick, if you would have listened to your dad, Carl, you would have
Yeah.
never been in that situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the camera at you, Nick and Carl. But all right, so we got on the road there, and it was rather uneventful, right? I mean, after that point, we just what time do we roll in there into Charlotte, North Carolina?
5:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 14 hours.
Yeah, it's 5, 12, 13.
It was 14 hours. So we rolled in at 5 o'clock. We
5
checked
o'clock.
into the
Yep.
hotel, right?
And then we went to what was it, Max Speed Shop?
Max Speed Shop. Yeah, she did like the pre-event meetup with that. You know, it was like a bar slash restaurant,
Yeah.
and
That was
we got there like it was what was it from 5 to 8? I think the
5 to
hours.
8. I think there was like a good 60, 70 cars there for a Thursday
Yeah,
afternoon.
but we rolled in dirty because you pulled open. Nick, Carl, and I we drove, and it rained the whole morning, right? So.
No, we went to get a car wash. We left.
We went
Well,
to
I'm
the
saying
car wash.
we pulled into Charlotte dirty.
Dirty,
Yeah.
yeah. Then we had
It
to
was
go get
already
car
it
wash.
was already like 5:15. I was like, let's go, and you guys were like, no, I'm washing the cars. I was like, fuck it, who cares? Roll in. So you guys convinced me. We go to Blake tells Carl, he's like, oh yeah, there's a hand car wash over by this restaurant. We go there, bro. Nope, no fucking car wash. Carl takes this fucking illegal turn, and me and Nick are following him. Bro, we did a 30-minute loop around Concord, came back around, and then Blake goes to the car wash and he drops a pin, and we finally get there. So then we washed our cars, and we pulled into that show about 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people leaving already.
Yeah. But when we pulled in, there was 60 to 70 cars, right?
She had a good turnout for a Thursday.
For the pre-meet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
this show was only like, she only advertised it 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago she announced it. So we were optimistic we saw that many cars at the pre-meet, because when you compare that to her other show at Foxtoberfest, she does the Michael Waltrip Michael Waltrip House, which is again a similar restaurant. She does that on Tuesday at Foxtoberfest. She usually gets about 80, 100 cars. She doesn't get a lot of cars, so I'm thinking to myself, wow, this looks pretty good, right? She filled up the whole front of the lot. She had a lot of cars there. We rolled in late. It got really cold that night. Do you remember?
There was some beautiful cars there too. That 03 Red 10th anniversary, that 351 Celine. That was
Yep.
beautiful. It was a beautiful.
Oh, the S351, yeah.
What
That
was
thing
that?
was gorgeous.
That 5,000. What was it? 5,000 miles. That Black Cobra.
The Black Cobra.
Black Cobra, I think, yeah, it's a 90. I think it's a 94 and 95 Cobra, but clean. I mean, just looks like it rolled off the showroom floor.
I met a couple
had
there
a-
that moved to North Carolina. They lived out here in Long Island. They moved there from Bayport. They had a nice red SN with white wheels. It was mint.
It looked like the summer edition for
Yeah.
the Fox, but it
The
was
summer edition, yeah.
yeah, but it looks like a SN summer edition, but it was
But a cold front swept through there, man, and it was like 75 when we
got
when we
cold.
pulled in,
They got
and it dropped down to like 45 degrees.
We were ready
And
to
you
go.
saw people getting out of there, man, and then by like 8 o'clock the place cleared out. Usually there's people that hang around after the show officially cancels, and then there's this two cars that pull out, and I'm taking video, and I got them pulling out, and then they pull out onto the main strip there, and I'm like, you know what? There's a bunch of kids, younger kids, that are filming all the pullouts at this event, so I'm like, let me go walk over the hill and get this pullout. And as soon as I do it, this New Edge, man, he pulls out black New Edge, and he guns it, right? And some of you may have seen the video. So and hold on, I'm gonna put this on because I don't want him to know it's me talking shit. So he pulls him in. He lays into it. Back kicks out. He keeps on it, man, and the thing spun out. And I got it on video.
Twice. He did a 720.
Did he? I don't know. It may have been a 360, but he went up on the center divider, and he spun around once or twice, but he landed it straight, and then he just like took off. Like, no, he pulled out real slow, and I'm like, man, if I had done that, I would have ripped right out of there and made it look like it was done purposely.
Now
so
you have to put the video up.
What? Who? I put up the video. So all right. Yeah, that guy put up the video, and but that was funny. I put that up
because
on
I was
Facebook.
recording the same thing, and at that same moment, I'm like, I need to use the restroom. So I walk to the restroom. As I'm walking into the restaurant, I hear the commotion, and I'm like, I can't believe I just missed that video. I missed.
You heard it. You heard it though.
And
Yeah.
I see the guy with the shiesty. He was recording. And I'm like, wow, that guy got the video.
Yeah. That's Bill. Yeah, Bill with the shiesty.
Bill with the shiesty.
I couldn't believe because I saw Bill walk up over the hill and he only shot one car, and he got it like the first shot. And then he walked back. He was like, guys, look at what I got. We were like, oh. So I don't know who that owner is, but he didn't wreck. He was safe, but. Yeah, he lit those up, man. He lost a little control. So be safe out there, guys.
Yeah, he saved it.
If you don't, hold on. If you don't know what you're doing, all right, don't take off like that. Pull out slow.
Do me a favor. When you're pulling out of the parking lots and you're making the right out or left out, make sure when you gun it, your steering wheel is straight. A lot of these guys, their steering wheel's still to the right or to the left, and they hit it. Bro, straighten out your steering wheels, then hit it.
So we went to bed.
FYI.
We went back to the hotel after I went to bed. Bro, 10 o'clock, I was out. I slept till 6 o'clock. I normally don't sleep 8 hours. I got the best night's sleep in that hotel.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Right?
I didn't sleep.
Then we got up what, Friday morning, and
we went to Roadside Classics. And there was some nice cars inside they were selling, like that '93 Cobra there.
The '93 Cobra teal with the opal gray leather.
The black
opal.
Opal. No, the.
Oh
the
shit!
car?
Was it? Oh, that's right. It was black. I saw so many teals and shit like that over the weekend.
No, the black '93 that they wanted like 150,000. Had 200.
Yeah. Did it have wrapper car? It had opal gray interior. Yeah, it was black. Yeah, we saw a lot of Foxbodies at this show too. There were a lot of Foxbodies. And then I'm mixing it up with the Morgan, the Fords in the park. Yeah, and then we saw the Notch at Street Side, but there was probably about another 50 cars there at that meet at the Street Side. Mm-hmm. And then we went down to the market.
A YouTuber did a video on that burgundy Notch that was at Street Side.
Okay.
And he was talking about the market price going.
Yep. What they sell that car? It looked like what, 35,000?
I think he said it. I think in his video, I think it said 36.
36.
Yeah, in his video.
And it was a 90, right? It was a 90 Notch, if I believe.
90 or 91. It had black molded.
Okay.
It had black interior. It had black interior too. Oh.
Yeah.
It didn't have an airbag, so it had tilt steering, so it might have been older.
A 90. Yeah, 90, 91 with the black. Yeah. It was a nice car, but I mean. The paint, it was original paint, but in my opinion, it looked like the front fender and the side might have taken a hit because you could see that it was resprayed and then it was blended in on doors, but it looked like the rest of the car was original paint, but the paint wasn't in very good condition in my opinion. But a driver like that is fetching 35, 36,000.
You think it was worth 36?
I don't.
No,
I don't. I mean, I didn't look under the hood, but the hood was closed. But from everything I was reading, it didn't look like it had any type of supercharger or any power add or anything like that. It looked like it was just
whole motor,
bone stock 302. Yeah,
I think it had 17-inch ponies.
Yeah,
it did. It had 70. I mean, it was a nice car, but it was a driver.
So what you thought it was worth?
20, 22, maybe 25 on a good day.
What you thought, Al?
I thought it was worth it.
You thought it was worth 35?
just because of the black interior alone. That's a $5,000 option right now if you call it in today's market. Black interior is a $5,000 upcharge at any Foxbody.
What about you, Rye? You thought it was worth it?
I hate that color.
Regardless of the color, did you think that was a $35,000 notchback?
Maybe like 22, 23.
So you're with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aldo.
I overpay every time. Sorry.
Yeah. We're not even asking to value a car anymore.
Dude.
Yeah. It was a nice car, but it was a driver. There was nothing
special.
special.
When he paid for his Coyote swap.
What, his red knot?
He wouldn't pay 35 for that car.
What the red notch that he's with the? Yeah. What'd you pay for that car?
45.
45. You think that car is you think that car is worth 10,000 less than your Coyote swap notch?
2 years ago, bro. 2 years ago.
It doesn't. Yeah.
He's full of shit, bro. I'm gonna pay 35. He'd be like, that guy's crazy. 35.
He's not gonna pay 35.
Like the Facebook appraisal, bro. Like
yeah.
Like,
We'll get.
I mean, it was
we'll
a
get
nice
into
car.
that later. We'll get into that later.
Watch the guy that bought the fucking car. He's probably watching the podcast. He's like, fuck these guys. Hold on. All right. Your car's not worth $35,000.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
We lost a viewer, bro.
That guy. But anyway, so we did that. Then we went to the market.
Then we went to the jail.
To the jail, yeah.
Well, you guys went to pick up. You guys went to pick up Nick's tires.
Look at this. So we got the jail. Oh, you didn't send me the picture of Vinny sleeping in the jail cell.
I'll send it to you right now.
But I want to share this picture. Vinny was in Italy, and Vinny was not with us in person, but he was with us in spirit. So I just want to show you guys. That's a cardboard cutout of Vinny, but he was fueling up Aldo and Ryan's truck there. So we got Vinny right there. Aldo, can you share the photo of Vinny sleeping in the jail cell?
Sure, I'm gonna send
And
it to you.
I think, you know what? I think I have a bunch of those photos too.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious. I mean, we had a lot of fun with Vinny, cardboard Vinny, at the show. So we got Vinny doing dishes. We got Vinny doing the laundry in the jail.
Put Vinny in the back of the truck. Well, he thought about all that roadside.
Vinny in the back of the truck.
Yeah, with Ryan right there.
We got Vinny. I'm gonna share this right now to the drive so that I can.
That was a private one, bro.
Which one?
It's going up.
He said the one with me. That was a private one. Me and Vinny was having a moment.
You and Vinny were having a moment in the truck.
He was drunk.
Well, I have that. I have that of Vinny here. So this is Vinny doing laundry in the jail, right? This is Vinny laying in a jail cell in the bed. That's another shot.
You do have.
This is Vinny up at the guard tower.
How'd you guys get Vinny up? I didn't see that.
I didn't see
Yeah.
that one either.
That's Vinny hanging out at Joe Cruz's car right there.
Oh my God.
So that is absolutely hilarious. Vinny had fun with that. So we went to the jail. It was pretty cool. We actually hung out, and we did a little thing called table talk, right, Aldo?
Yep, we got a few minutes of that. We got about an hour recording. I just got to edit it with the 360 camera.
You just dropped your 360 camera and it was just us hanging out talking about.
But we're gonna finish it with. You still got to go, John and Aldo.
With what? Oh, at the end we were talking about dream builds.
Yeah, dream build. So if we can get figured out how Aldo can work that 360 camera, we'd like to put it up. It's kind of like a podcast, but it's called Table Talk. It was just all of us just sitting there, just shooting the shit with pretending that there was no camera there. You get to see how we are when we hang out. You know, when we go away, when we're at Carl's shop, Vinny's shop, whatever's we're doing. You got to kind of see what we're doing. And then they drove down to downtown Kannapolis. And what was the name of the park? Do you guys remember the name of the park?
I have it here somewhere.
It was the park in the middle of downtown Kannapolis. And let me tell you something.
It was just called downtown.
I mean, it's downtown Kannapolis, but it was a park. It was a big park, big open field, but there was a concrete concrete driveway, and we pulled up, and she had 59 cars there when we pulled in, but we pulled in late.
Yeah.
Again, because we were hanging out, drinking at the prison, just talking, hanging out. But what a cool place, right? The setting.
Yo, the setting was
It's
really
a prison, aka a brewery now.
Well, no, I'm talking about the downtown Kannapolis when we pulled in there in that park. What'd you think of that?
I like it.
It
I
was
just think you
beautiful
needed
scenery.
food.
Well, I mean, we walked to the restaurants a quarter mile from the park, but the scenery was fucking cool.
So that's over there. That North Carolina, it's a research campus. It's Kannapolis. It's like a 350-acre research development center. So it's like 350 acres with grass and like very old school kind of architectural buildings. Very, very nice.
Yeah, she's actually made the announcement that that's where she's going to hold next year's SN City event in that park on May 1st of 2027. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was
How
great.
much cars can he hold though?
I mean, on the concrete, it looks like probably somewhere around 120 cars, but she says she has permission to park on the grass. So, and if she had cars to fill that grass, she'd probably get 1,000 cars on that, maybe 2,000 cars. That
was
park
huge.
was incredible, but it was like right in the center of the downtown. So you had all those beautiful buildings with all the old architecture all the way around. I mean,
there was a baseball field behind there, a beautiful baseball field.
Yeah. There was I think a minor league baseball team, and that was a cool night. A couple of us got a little shit faced and silly, and then the drive back was fun. And then Friday we woke up and
No, Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday we woke up and we did the Cars and Coffee at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
1,600 cars.
Well,
For those who doesn't know, the Cars and Coffee in Concord in North Carolina, their Cars and Coffee is crazy. It's like
so
1,500 cars.
a little context, right? We had the SN City Cars and Coffee outside of where the parking lot where she does Foxtoberfest, right? It was off to the side. In there, we had about 60 cars, 70 cars.
Yeah.
Right? This was the Cars and Coffee. This was from 8 to 10. But in the regular parking lot where Foxtoberfest is held, it was just the Cars and Coffee for everybody that lived in and around the area. So they filled that lot, Charlotte Motor Speedway, where, like I said, where Foxtoberfest is hosted. And we spoke to the sponsor, the guy who was sponsoring and running the event, the host. And he said he gets, on the third Saturday of every month, they host this down there. He said the parking lot fills up with 1,500 cars. Now, everything was packed in tight. It wasn't organized like Jenn sets it up at Foxtoberfest. So everything's packed in real tight. So he says 1,500 cars. And then he says across the street where Jenn usually does the swap meet in the grass, they park cars there. And then there's apparently a small parking lot behind. And he says once those fill up, there's over 2,000 cars in here.
Yep.
And they filled up.
Yes, it did.
It was incredible.
Yeah. You saw everything.
North Carolina, Concord, Charlotte, whatever you want to call it.
It's Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Community. They are obsessed with cars.
Yeah. They don't fuck around when it comes to their cars. I mean, you saw everything. You saw imports, you saw a lot of old American muscle. You saw Grand Nationals, F bodies. You saw Foxbodies.
Old BMWs.
Yeah, a lot of BMWs. Old, what are they?
E30s.
E30s. I don't know much about the BMWs. They are pretty cool, but you saw everything. You saw the new Mustangs. You saw GT500s. You saw S650s, S550s. Everything. There was so many cars in there. We left and we walked around because we had to use the restroom, and we were like, man, we'd like to really hang out here. But we went back to the show, our Cars and Coffee, and we left there at 10 o'clock because it ended, and then the main show for SN City was over at the Mustang Owners Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nice. There's a lot of cars. What's there, like 150 cars?
She had over 150 cars.
New Edge, SNs.
Yep.
Yeah, SNs and New Edges.
All
And
New
we
Edges.
pulled up to that late again because somebody had to go drive 5 miles out of the way to get coffee. But when we pulled in, I was shocked. I was shocked at how many cars there were there. I mean, she filled the whole lot in the Mustang Owners Museum, right? The side, the whole front. It's a long building. The whole front, all the way down. I think there's a business that's attached to it. Maybe not. Maybe that's her building. She filled the parking lot. Then she filled the street, both sides, all the way down to the dead end, in the front of the building, and on the side, she filled that down to the all the way to the end there too. And across the street at the Daniel Carpenter business, she had her vendors in there, and she had cars parked in there.
And they had parts in there.
They had a lot of. Well, we found the guy. What's that? Blue Auto.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, because I'm talking to him about Terminator seats, and I want to shout him out because he had a lot of really cool shit. Blue Auto Parts.
Yeah.
He buys the '03. Well, he buys Mustangs a Copart, and he parts them out. And I picked up a set of the billet, the side vents for the Mystic Chrome that I'm going to get painted. Nick picked that up. What did you pick up, Al?
I had a center console for an 03 Cobra. It's the charcoal gray. It's not black. It's the charcoal gray color.
You want cup holders?
Huh?
You want cup holders?
Cup
Oh,
holders.
Aldo wants his couple. And Ryan, what did you get? You got a score.
Yeah, I got the bare brakes, front set.
Front brake kit.
Yeah, red calipers, slotted rotors.
Drilled and slotted. You got drilled and slotted rotors. Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah. You're not going to tell the listeners what you paid for that?
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
I borrowed 1,000 too.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's part.
So Joe Cruz, our buddy Joe Cruz, you guys know him. He's the We Outside guy. He likes to say, But anyway, if you know, you know. He was looking at those brakes, right? He wanted to put them on.
He didn't see the brakes, right? So the guy had the brakes on the side.
Okay.
So the guy dropped something. I picked it up. He is like, yo, can you pick it up for me? I was like, all right, cool. I picked it up. And then I looked in the corner. I see the brakes sitting there. So I go quietly. I go, yo, what's up with the brakes? So he goes, I'm holding it for somebody. A guy bought a lot of parts from me. He wants them. So I go, but I'm here now. So he goes, you want 1,100? So I was like, I'll give you 1,000 right now. So he goes, I was like, I don't have cash on me. I got to borrow the money. So he goes, okay. So he goes, so I go, yo, Cruz, you got 1,000? He goes, yeah, I got you. Here. Gives me the 1,000. I give it to the guy. Cruz goes, what did you buy? I go, oh, the big brake kit. He was like, I wanted those. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I want big brakes for my car.
I thought Cruz was thinking about buying those brakes.
No, he didn't see it.
Oh,
He didn't see it because I didn't want to say it too loud.
He bought the interior, the 2 front seats and the rear seats for the Cobra.
Yeah, Terminator seats.
yeah, they were. What were they? The black and charcoal.
No,
color.
the lighter color.
The
Black
light
and silver.
Oh, three color.
Okay, the lighter gray inserts. Yeah, they were pretty good. They were pretty good condition. We spent a lot of money with that guy. I mean, between you, the two of you, Joe Cruz, Nick, and myself, we spent a lot of money.
Yeah, we spent like $3,000, $3,500.
made his day.
Yeah. Well, it was worth his time going to the show.
Yeah.
Just by doing business with us.
While we were paying for that, Jenn passed by with the microphone and said, "Okay, we're gonna give out awards at 1 o'clock." And that didn't go well with Mr. Joe Cruz because
I'm gonna show it right now. I got the video here.
We gotta put up that video.
Do you guys hear the volume when I share the screen?
Let me see.
Hold on, I'm gonna share it. Hold on, screen. It is fucking hilarious. So let's give some context before we get into this, right? You guys can see it, right? So Jenn originally announced this show. There was going to be no awards, right? It's just like, come hang out. She's not doing it, just a hangout thing, no awards, right? So Joe Cruz has been a little bit of a hot streak lately, right? He's been going to all these shows. He's been winning a shit ton of awards, right?
With his Mystic Cobra.
With his Mystic Cobra. He has a 96 Mystic Cobra. So he hears there's no awards. He's got a, what is it, a 97?
98.
98 Silver GT. It's clean, but it's not his Mystic Cobra, right?
Yep.
So he's like, you know what? This 98 GT, it's automatic. I'm going to drive. It's going to be nice and easy. I'm not going to take the Mystic because there's no awards, and I don't want to drive that one because that's stick shift, right?
Yep.
So he's like, I'm just going to take this. Nice car, right?
Yep.
So then all of a sudden we're standing at the tent, and Jenn comes over and announces that she's about to give out awards. And this was Joe Cruz's reaction. Ready?
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, man.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Did you guys hear that?
No,
Nah,
we can't hear it, man.
Oh man, I wish there was a way. Damn it, man.
So this is how it went. She said,
So
1 o'clock, we're giving out the awards, right? And then he goes, what do you mean awards? You said no awards. And then she turns around, she goes, I lied. And then he turns around and goes, I brought the wrong car.
oh man, why won't the sharing of the screen share the volume? That sucks. I've got to figure this out.
It's hilarious.
But it is hilarious.
We need a guy in the back.
But you know what's funny? He won 2 awards with that car. Number 1 for the furthest drive, because he's the furthest guy all the way out on Eastern Long Island. If Vinny had come in person, not in the cardboard cutout, Vinny would have won because he's like a half hour east of Joe, right? Yeah. So Joe won that award, but then what was the other award he won?
To get the most pulled over.
Most likely to get pulled over. And I said to him, bro, it's not the car. It's not the car. But he brings the other car and he still wins awards. So he's been hot. So that was good. And then Mr. Blake Darling won, was it Best in Show or was it like a feature? He won like the feature car.
I think I saw something today. They said 3 cars on the feature.
Yeah.
But I think he won Best in Show.
Okay, so you had Blake, and then you had the 2001 Cobra R.
Yep, and the one with the wide body kit with the turbo, the guy you were speaking to at the Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, no, Mike Morrison. He's got a big dealership out there. I think it was his son, but it's apparently it's the last Cobra R. So they made 300 of them. That one is number 300. So he was the other winner. We saw a lot of nice cars there. We saw. The guy Rob, I forget his last name, but he had that wide body SN95 Coyote swap with the twin turbo.
He was one of the ones that won the 3 awards.
Is he going to be a feature car too?
Yeah.
Cool car. He had 12 inch. He had the Mare fender flares, 12-inch 18 by 12s all the way around, square setup, 335 wide tires, all the way around. I mean, the car was
Turbo Coyote.
Twin turbo Coyote. Yeah.
Nice guy too.
Really nice guy. Yeah. We did an interview with him.
The 17-year-old kid Paxton.
Oh, Paxton. Listen, that Mach 1, I shared it. It's on my Facebook profile, guys. Go to my personal Facebook profile, John Kobaska. You'll see it. It was a red Mach 1. It had black CCWs on it. It was Coyote swapped, right? Yep. Coyote swapped.
Shaker hood.
He kept the Mach 1 shaker hood.
Yeah.
He
the air ride.
Fabricated some sort of bracket.
I think he had a Pro Charge too, right? Did he have a Pro Charge?
He had a blower on it.
I think so because he had a built motor. He had Manly rods and everything in that car.
But it was on air ride. It was on air ride.
What he said. What he said about the air ride.
Rides like shit.
He said it rides like shit. Yeah, he did say that, and he says if he builds another one, that he would not do it. Here, So here is the. Does he have a supercharger on this? I mean, just look. Can you guys see this car? Look, that's the video. Look at this thing. There's your Coyote.
No, he doesn't.
No charges.
Is he's naturally aspirated, right?
Yeah.
But he got a
But
built
he's-
Coyote. He got manly rods and everything.
Yep. I mean, just a really cool car, pulled off perfectly. Black CCWs with the black stripe that says Mach 1 on the bottom of the door. Obviously, this camera's reversed. It's not right-hand drive. You're just looking at it backward. There's his gauge for his air ride. Tell me I got the trunk? Why? Come on, dumbass. Did I go get the trunk? I didn't get the trunk to show the air ride kit, but I zoomed in on the CCWs. This was a nice car. This kid was 17 years old.
Yep.
And he built this car.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us his dad's been into Foxbodies, and there's the video.
Those are expensive taillights on that car.
Yeah, he had the Ambers, right?
Yeah.
He had the Amber taillights.
What is the Amber doing for now, John?
Well, it depends.
So the people know. A lot of people don't know what things go for now.
Well, they were on the 9901 Cobras, right?
Yeah.
So, like the bastard child of Cobras, right?
Yeah.
So they were nothing, but now they go anywhere from $800 to about $1,500, depending on the condition of the set. They look cool.
Yeah.
Carl has them on his 03 Cobra with that. What's the color of Carl's car? Silver
metallic. Billy, the blue Mach 1.
With the supercharger. Billy O'Donnell.
Billy Odo.
Yeah.
Billy Odo.
Yeah.
That's his wife's Mach 1.
Nice car.
Very nice.
Very nice. I actually saw. I looked at it today through one of the videos. Car's mint.
I didn't get a chance to really look at that car.
I'm so mad that I didn't. Ryan, didn't I make a video of it? I thought I made a video of it. I can't find it.
11,000 miles with the Pro Charger. Car is mint.
I spoke to him last week, a couple days before we left. We were talking on Messenger. And
First time I'm meeting him.
Oh, he's a great dude. He's one of the best guys in the community. I mean, he has a buying problem like we all do.
Like us?
Oh, he buys a bunch of cars. Yeah.
I need a mask.
Yeah. No, this is the truth. I'm not lying, so I'm not putting my shiesty on. Billy will tell you the same thing. I mean, he bought Calvin Outwell's Cobra last year, and then something happened. He sold it, traded it for the red Capri that won Foxtoberfest 3 years ago. He still owns that car, but it went to the guy Josh and Paul in Florida, and they did some work on it, fixed it up, and then he bought it back. Billy bought it back from them, and he owned it for like a month. As a matter of fact, I bought the wheels after he sold it the first time. And then when he was buying it back, he's like, yo, you still have those wheels? And I'm like, yeah, but they're going on something. Yeah. So he had to go buy another set of wheels from Victory. Bought a set of wheels when he got the car back. And then, Billy, you only had that car for like a month or two, and he resold it to someone else.
Well, he had that green convertible, right? That teal?
It's green convertible. That's what I'm talking about. The Calvin Outwell's convertible?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the convertible.
Okay.
Yeah. So he owned it twice, and both times, the second time he bought it back from Paul and Josh. I'm telling you, he only had like a month. And he sold it to some kid, Matt, in Tennessee. And then Matt in Tennessee was going to buy my black T-top coupe. And he took possession of Billy's old convertible 3 days before, wound up selling it to someone else. Man, that car's been passed around. It's such a beautiful car.
I follow that story. So I guess a family member or friend passed away, a young girl.
Yes.
And they bought it because that was her favorite color.
Teal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw it on a post.
They were so happy to get it. Like the kid Matt, who sold it to them, who owned it, who's going to buy my T-top coupe. The deal fell through. Yeah. And he had the deal already sold, and I said, what are you going to do now that you don't want the black T-top? He said, I'm going to sell it to him. I'm going to find something else, which I thought was admirable.
Awesome.
He knew that story, and that's a good dude. He could have said, look, guys, I didn't buy the car. Because he sold that car originally to buy my black T-top coupe.
I'm not a vert guy, but that's a nice car.
There's three convertibles in the Foxbody community that I absolutely love that I can tell you. There's that car. There's never an owner for it longer than, well, I mean, it just bounces around. The next car that I love is Dominic Spano's red convertible.
That's a clean car.
Dominic is, I mean, if you see the work that he does on the engine bays, the way he shaves the engine bay and he does all the wire tucks, he's phenomenal. And I actually hear that he's going to start doing work for people outside the community. So I think he's starting, to reach out to him, but I think he's starting like a little side gig doing that. He's got like his own little garage in his yard. So if you're looking for somebody to like do a wire tuck, shaved engine bay for you, this is one of the guys you want to deal with, right? I don't think there's anybody that's any better than this guy. Dominic Spano, he owns the red Hollywood convertible. As a matter of fact, he made the finals of our baddest Foxbody of 2025, the red one that went up against Vinny.
Yep.
And probably my favorite convertible is owned by this guy, Tino Lozano. It's you know what? I've got to show this thing to you. It's I think he's in Texas.
You know what convertible looks good? I really got to detail it on Sunday that I never did.
Mikey City. Yeah, how could I forget that?
That looks good.
Bro, I really went to work on that car, detail for detail in the interior. Mikey Tops. That's why your name should be always Mikey Tops, bro.
Well, he owns a company, A&B Upholstery. He's got one of the nicest
interior is
incredible, right?
Incredible.
Yeah. That's not it.
A&B Upholstery.
A&B Upholstery in where is Baldwin, New York? Yeah. So we're shouting out people, but this is the car, Tino Lozano. Look at this fucking car.
Wow.
Look at this car. SVO side skirts with the side exhaust. He's got the big saline wing. I know there's people out there that don't like saline wings.
Not Nick.
Not Nick. He's got a Cobra rear bumper on this thing. Look at the way this car shines. Look at this car. He's got the Carter's Customs front splitter. He's got a Cobra R hood. I mean, this car is just, to me, I got to give Mikey Tops credit too. Top 4. I'm probably forgetting one or two, but I think this is my favorite one.
One of my favorite convertibles is Mario's car. The black convertible.
See, and I'm not a convertible guy, and
I'm not either.
You see this?
I'm not a convertible guy, but lately they've been growing on me.
Right here, yeah. How could we forget this? Mario. He probably doesn't even know who I am, but Mario, I like your car.
School. He's old school. Yo, he had a red notch back in the days.
Look at this fucking thing.
That I was in love with.
Mario De Sousa. Look at this.
He's from Canada.
This guy, he owns a couple. I think he owns a couple of cars.
He got a Coyote notch. He has a.
If I was to ever do a convertible, it'd be like that, but with a Gen 3 in it.
Bird Life. Yeah, see, he's got a black coupe. He owns a company.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Hold on. I think he owns a company. I think he owns like a speed shop or something like that. I may be wrong. Let me see. I'm gonna look him up. Sorry, man. We're actually we're stalking your profile live. It doesn't really say, but look, he's friends with Carl. He's friends with Vinny. Ryan, you got his profile. What's it say? I mean, does he have any details that I can't see?
I don't know. I just know he has a badass black notch too. He
has some nice shit.
Yeah,
right here. Yeah, look at this notch.
Damn.
Look at it. He does.
Oh wow.
I mean, he's got some. Is that a Maker's?
I like everything but that spoiler.
Is that the Maker's spoiler?
Let's talk about spoiler. Come on,
you want to talk about spoilers?
John, you love talking about spoiler.
I hate talking about spoilers. What are
We
we talking
love talking about spoiler. You can't say the word spoiler next to you.
about? So that's actually a topic, right? From the Foxbody Den, we have a topic here about spoilers, right? And here it is. You guys see the screen? What's your favorite spoiler for the Foxbody? Andrew LaRoche posted this back on April 22nd. So he's got the Cobra spoiler here. This Cobra spoiler. This looks like the Salient spoiler, and this is just the regular stock GT spoiler here. Looks like
Yep.
it.
LX, yep.
LX, yep. Sorry, LX. Matt Henschke says the Steeder carbon fiber aero spoiler.
That Steeder spoiler is nice.
Yeah.
Steeder makes a carbon fiber spoiler?
Now they do.
Well, it's here. It's here in the photo, right?
Now they do.
That's pretty cool. My favorite spoiler is the Steeder by far. Well, hold on. I like the Ford Motorsports spoiler. That's like,
There's like
7 of them, but there's like 7 of them in existence, and I think I know somebody that has one, and he keeps telling me he doesn't. And I'm being pleasantly persistent. I think one day if he ever decides to get rid of it, he's gonna admit the truth to me. I'm almost certain he has one. I know Lonnie McDaniel has one on his car, but there's like 7 or 8 or maybe 10 of these. They're awesome.
And
But
that's how many they're built. There's no more.
well, I don't know. Apparently, it's an old spoiler from the Ford Motorsports catalogs from back in the day. There was probably I don't know. Maybe they weren't very popular, but there's just not many of them sitting around.
Some old school guy has it, bro.
Yeah, if you find it, you're paying big money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can find it, you're paying big money for this thing, right?
My favorite sport is the '93 Cobra. That's it.
It's 93 Cobra, yeah.
With the fins in the middle. That's it. That's my favorite. Anything else?
Yeah, I
that
like
would be stock or
I like the '93 Cobra, and I like the Steeder. If I'm not a spoiler guy.
Oh, because you're a notch guy. You don't like any spoilers. You don't like a spoiler on a notchback ride?
I don't like a spoiler on a notchback. I don't like side skirts. I don't like those the pinch wheel covers. I don't like it. I don't like none of that.
You don't like the ABS plastic pinch weld covers you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like the front splitters? You like the
I
front
like
splitter?
I like the front splitter. I don't like side splitters. I don't like back splitters. I don't like none of that stuff.
You don't like any of that. What about you, Aldo?
I like the front one. The side splitters, I tried them on my car. I put them on. I looked at it. Came right off. I didn't. I have them right here. They're in the garage.
They're for sale?
You can have them if you want.
Oh, okay, everybody, reach out to Aldo. It sounds like he's giving away.
What's up with those side splitters?
He's going to get a bunch of messages tomorrow about that. So,
When I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give it away.
you're at what, 7,300 now?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Paul Phillips says he doesn't mind the stock 87 GT spoiler. Joe Monte, our buddy Will Monte.
Will Monty.
We got an award on Sunday.
What's that? I think we're losing Aldo. What's that, Aldo?
Fox.
Yeah, he did.
Will, he got an award.
Oh, he got an award?
On Sunday.
Oh, Joe.
Yo,
He got a top 40, yes, at the Fords in the Park. But he's got a really rare spoiler, too. This is the Keenan Extended GT Wing.
yes, it's nice.
Yeah. See that? That's pretty rare.
Yep.
I've heard through the grapevine that this guy is still around and he makes them, but you got to call him. And he doesn't have them in stock, but he'll make them for you custom that you can still get this wing. I know most people word on the street out there is that they're no longer available. You can call him. I believe he's in Florida, and he'll make this wing for you.
Will Monty. I'm not a hatch guy, but that car is awesome.
Yeah. So Andrew Foxcroft said he agrees. He loves his. Bill Parrott, absolutely. He's got the same one. So Jake Seeley here said it doesn't matter as long as the car came with it from the factory, and it has one. So he just likes the stock factories.
That's what
John Carrick said three-piece. John Carrick says three-piece 4i era, but a close second would be the Cobra. Peter Michael, this is Pete. Everybody versus Foxbody does all the filming at especially at Motor City Foxfest in Detroit. He says saline wing for hatchbacks and white GT drop tops. Ooh, so he likes the saline wing on a hatchback and a convertible, huh?
Nick's brother.
I was gonna say Nick would approve.
Yes.
C. Brian Siren says Cobra any day. Then the stock LX wing. Ryan Spivey says the saline dish on a notch. Ooh. Saline on a notch. 93 Cobra on a hatch. Don't shake your head, Ryan. Listen, you're gonna shake your head, go get a shiesty, all right? Daniel Shackelford, personally, he loves the top one, first one, which is the Cobra. Come on, Daniel, you should know what that's called. Kevin Herzing, he says, I'll definitely take the badass one on the first one. Again, the Cobra. Oh, Jim Berry, the three-piece wing on the old school Cobras, Ryan.
Your favorite.
I like those. You like those too.
You keep busting my balls about that.
He does every
You
time.
know I like the
open up. He goes like this.
I love those cars. Pete Williams, Steeda Wing. He said they look killer, but he's heard that it's very poorly built. That hasn't been my experience. The Steeda Wing? That was fine. No. Matthew Bowe, Saline Wing. Chris Hurst, stock GT spoiler is the best. I do like the stock GT spoiler. What about you guys?
I like the LX.
I like it.
Name is GT? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Don Rahman. Oh, listen, guys. Don Rahman here. This dude, I speak to him every now and then. He hangs out with Brandon Hitchens and Jonathan Catapano. Mm-hmm. He says he likes the three-piece wing.
That's a
look at this car he's building, man.
That's a
how about that he's built?
Oh yeah, I seen that car.
That's beautiful, right?
Yes, very
nice. That's nice. Three-piece wing. That looks like that's like an 84, 83, 84 4i.
These damn 4is are growing on me, man.
Dude, you're a specialist at that. Go ahead.
I don't think the three-piece wing came on the 83, 84. I may be wrong. I think these were more early model Cobras and pace cars. And that leads me into the next point. This guy, Don, right here, is building a really cool 79 pace car. Follow him. He's doing something different. I forget what it is. Something different with the motor. You know what? Screw it. I'm friends with him.
Who else bought a cool car? What's his name? Dusty Rogers?
Dusty Rogers. Yeah, hold on. What are you doing with the motor here? Finish up 351. Maximum Motorsports.
Stroke that shit to a 408.
Looks like he got nice wheels on.
He's doing something. He's got two pace cars here. He's got a 55,000 OG stockish.
That looks good.
What wheels are those, man? Those black ones.
It looks like BCs. Looks good.
Yeah, could be BCs, but yeah, this is older, right? No, this is January. He's building a yeah. Did he go with a Coyote? Or is he doing a Godzilla? Shit, it's been a while, but I know, follow this man right here. This guy's got some pretty cool builds. He does most of his work. Here, here's the red car again with the three-piece.
What's his name again?
It's a nice car, man. Don Rahman, Rahman. He's a cool dude. What did you say, Ryan, about the we were talking about Dusty Rogers?
Yeah.
So Dusty Rogers sold that coupe, right?
Yep.
What was the color of that coupe?
I don't know the color. It's like the Lambo gray color or
shit. Well, he sold it, and to me it was one of the most beautiful notchbacks in the country. That car was perfect. He sold it, and he says he picked up this 86 that's 100% all original, down to the mufflers. It's only got 48,000 original miles, original paint, And now he started asking the group and he's, would you lower the car, set of wheels? Would it hurt the value? He says he's not going to get rid of the originals, but lowering springs is somewhat permanent. I mean, he could always put the stock springs back in if need.
You think he's going to touch it? You think he's going to touch it?
I mean, Dusty.
Touch it, bro.
Judging by the last car you built, do you really want to leave this stock?
No.
Stock is boring.
I mean, so last night, Carl and David Benson and myself, we talked about that, right? Like the best example, right? To build a car, find the cleanest example.
Yeah.
Well, Dusty,
it's clean.
It's clean, man.
Build it.
Now, was that really a color, OEM color, jalapeno red?
Yes.
Jalapeno?
Yes. And I am probably pissing off the purists right now. I'm pissing off some people. They're like, don't cut the car. It's too nice. I don't give a shit. Anyway, all right, I'm back. But this is the car, Dusty. Touch
it.
Just that you cut up, man. Yeah.
You're not cutting it up. You got to cut it up.
Well, I mean, wheels, lowering springs.
Or you can put all that stuff back if you want to put it back original. If you put wheels, lowering springs.
And you have guys, they come along like Aaron Styles and they look up in, they're like, oh my God, look, that's not the stock spring. It's worth shit. It's now the car's worth, it's not worth anything. They come in, they lowball you, whatever, man.
I got it, bro. I got it. Aaron Style. I got Cobra parts. Call me.
Oh shit! I forgot to put this on.
I got Cobra seats. I got Cobra brakes. Call me. I sell them to you.
Bro, you can't compare that stock car to this thing that he had before.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You can't drive something stock after driving this. Like, no way.
I think that car went to Texas too, if I'm not mistaken.
Should have came to New York. It should have came to New York.
all the cool cars go to Texas and New York, huh?
We didn't know it was for sale.
Oh, I knew it was for sale.
Anybody got cool cars to sell? Just hit us up.
Oh, you heard Ryan and Aldo there. They says they're buying cars.
Trailer's ready.
They spoke about it on the last podcast. They're
gassed up.
They're buying cars now.
What we said when we came back from Chicago, maybe like 4 weeks ago, and we said we're not going nowhere, right? For the rest of the year, we're not doing no more trips, right? So we were actually planning a trip today to South Dakota.
Are you really? You got something else in mind now?
So this guy is sitting in my garage on the floor. He just finished hooking up my power washer, and he's sitting on the floor. He goes, "Damn, that thing is 25 hours one way." I said, "It's only one way if we fly."
What's that? Have trailer will travel for Foxbody, huh? Is that?
Well, it was a New Edge he saw.
Okay.
So he saw a New Edge, and then he's like, I was like, yo, we could just fly, get a U-Haul, get a pickup truck, and it's only 25 one way, not two way. I was like, I've been almost there already. I just came back driving, so it's
South Dakota.
Well, it's right. I went before, like 3 hours before.
I don't think I could do it, John. I'm tired.
Yeah, you can do it.
There's nothing in South Dakota.
If that guy calls him tomorrow, we're going next week to South Dakota.
After that SN show, they gave out the last award at 1:30 in the afternoon. We were crossing that George Washington Bridge from North Carolina to New York at 12 midnight. That was a ride. And then in the morning we woke up and we did another car show. I think we're car showed and carred out for a little while. I mean, we got car lot coming up, but
Well, so you guys left about a half hour early.
Yep.
We had left about 2:30 by the time we fueled up and we hit 85 going back. And so 2:30 we hit the highway at 85 north heading back, and I got home to Staten Island. I'm about an hour and a half closer than you guys are out on Long Island, and I got home at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
I got
11:30, so it's about 9 hours, 8.5, 9 hours.
I was home at 12:15 in my house.
Bro,
That guy drive.
I was hauling ass 90,
Dude.
95.
Dude.
Cruz left at the back of the line at 2:30, and did he say he passed you on the LIE when you guys were getting home?
Yep.
He went by
was in front of us the whole time. I don't know when he passed us, and then I pulled over to take Ryan to his car. I got back on the highway, and there comes Cruz again. I'm like, I can't make this up. This guy in the GT, he used 1 tank of gas.
It's 1,000 miles on a tank of gas, he claims, right? 1,000 miles on a tank of gas. Yep. That's Cruz's claim to fame. So what happened there? Ryan? You getting old, man? You getting an ass cramp? Hold on, bro. Put the shiesty on, man. Put the Anyway, guys, listen. We're into it for an hour and 6 minutes. I think it's time. Let's. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Anybody listening?
Not at the same time. Go ahead, Ryan. You first.
Are we going to South Dakota?
No.
Are you going to South Dakota?
No.
You're finished. So you guys heard that. If you got anything cool, Foxbody, SN,
Hit us up.
New Edge, Ryan Jogdeo, Aldo Reynoso, there, guys. Hit them up on Messenger.
Joseph Cruz every day.
Joseph Cruz. Yeah, they're buying cars. I'm just enjoying my cars for now.
I'm not buying. I was just looking.
What are you talking about? We'll leave it right there, guys. Everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the Foxbody Den. Do all the things. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.